This is an overview of the 2, 4 and 8-way 4K HDMI splitters from freetv.ie that will support HDCP 2.2, so basically they're Sky Q compatible, okay? So the HD version on this is 2.0. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give an overview of exactly the slight variation between the three units, what's common between them, and I'm going to give a demonstration here of running an output from here over to these two TVs. So the basic idea, of course, with splitter is that you have a single input from a Sky Q box, for instance, and you want to run it to 2, 4, or up to 8 separate televisions on it, okay? So one in and multiple outs. The big variance between what we're doing here and we'll say the standard HDMIs that are on the market is people think it's primarily about the 4K, and to a certain extent that's important, but there's two problems with the 4K. An awful lot of things that say 4K are most definitely not 4K. I've often seen DVRs we buy in here and they're marked as 4K, but in fact they're far below that, they're only full HD, so it would be equivalent of 8 megapixel. And then the second thing is, and probably more important for people to understand why things won't work when they believe they should, is the HDCP 2.2, okay, and that's sort of more like a firmware thing, but it's equally important. If your unit can't support that, then you just won't get a picture at the far end. So let's come along here, and what we have is we have a two-way version, so one input, two outputs. You can see in the top here it says 4K, HDMI and 2.2 is the vital thing, and on the side of the box it'll actually say, won't pick it up here, but it'll say HDCP 2.2, okay? Excuse me now, we have a 4-way version, okay? Exactly the same, and an 8-way version. Now we might have ones inside our range that are slightly different design, but they're all meeting essentially the same specification, and these are the outer boxes that are coming in. So what I'm going to do at this point in time is, so we make the decision of calling these Sky Q compatible because we tested the Sky Q one to make sure that they have the standards that we need, that we know it's going to work, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug in the power unit for this. I'm going to plug it in over here. I'm running the lead down here. I'm going to push it directly in, and we have our power up here now. So that's great. So we have the power on, and there's a switch on the back. So if I switch this on, you'll see the red light comes on here. So next is we want to put in our input in it. So this particular one is the central one here. So we come along, and we push it in here, and we have an output 1 here. And you see the light next to 1 lights up now, and we have an output 4, and that's basically it. Okay. So we see the same output on both televisions here. This is just a channel we use, it's non-copyrighted. So you see the demonstration on it here. So the reality here is this is not a 4K unit I'm using on it, but if we had one here, it would output perfectly because I've tested it there. I've actually brought in one of our own units and just tested it there. So it'll work with that. It's backward compatible, of course, with the older units here. It'll work with the newer ones as well. So, so these units actually sell quite well for us there, simply because more and more things are going that way. And all the time people are coming along and they're saying to us, oh, I went to a shop and I bought something that's marked 4K and it wouldn't work with my Sky Q. So that's why we said, okay, let's just redesign our section, because normally when people are saying 4K, what they mean is will it work with something equivalent to a Sky Q 4K box. So these particular ones will, and that's a great selling point on them. So that's it anyway, an overview of the 2, 4 and 8-way Sky Q compatible HDMI splitters.